For today's DIY project, I'm going to be mainly using Dollar Tree foam board for this project. Now, all I'm going to be doing now is measuring out the size of foam board that I want to be using. And then I took out poster board that I also got from the Dollar Tree, but this is a waste from another project. But I will be using it to get the exact shape that I need for this particular design. I'm going to draw out a shape that looks like a large leaf, and then I'm going to be using it to draw out the exact shape on two separate boards that I'll be using for this design. I'm also going to be carving out a hole in the middle. Now I'm going to go ahead to draw out the shape on the boards.
If you're new to my channel, it's so great to have you here. Now don't forget to click on the subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my latest videos.
My cutting was not so smooth because my blade was not sharp, so I'll recommend using a sharp blade to carve out the shape from the foam board. Now that I have the two shapes that I want, I'm going to be starting off with just one. And I'll be drawing out a pattern on this one using a pencil for the design that I would want this to have. This looks like a slanted zigzag pattern that will give me something close to the lines that you might find on a leaf. The veins on leaves are not perfect straight lines, so that's why my lines are looking like this to make it look more realistic. When I'm done drawing the remaining pattern on the board, I'm going to be tracing them all out with hot glue. Because I noticed that I have a lot of gap in between all of the slanted zigzags, I'm going to go ahead again to use the hot glue to draw out singular lines in between them. I'm going to repeat the same thing for the second board. I'm making a pair of wall sconces, and they're going to be really large gold looking leaves. And the hole in the middle is so that you can have light coming through it, and the piece is not just going to be pretty but functional as well. I'm gonna keep this aside and take Dollar Tree chopping mats and then cut out the shape that I want from the chopping mat by tracing out the shape of the middle that I have on the leaf. I wouldn't have the chopping mat fully covering the middle part, as you can see right here. So what I'm going to do is slant it like this and then turn it over and trace out the shape that I want and cut out the excess chopping mat. I'm going to keep this aside and then take the foam board pattern out and spray paint them gold. You remember that I'm using Dollar Tree foam boards, and whenever you spray paint them, they always have some sort of wrinkly look at the end. Now this is to my advantage because it has added more texture for my leaf design. Now for the middle of this design is the chopping mat that I had cut earlier, and I will be covering the middle part with Mod Podge. And I'm using the gloss Mod Podge for a more shiny effect. I'll be sprinkling Dollar Tree confetti over the Mod Podge. When it was dry, I shook off the excess confetti, and now I'm going to be gluing on what I have here to the board, and I'm simply going to be using just hot glue to glue the boards together. I'll be using this piece of wood to mount what I'm making on the wall. I'm also going to be using Dollar Tree blocks that they used to sell before back in the day, and I still have a lot that I spray painted silver for a project that I had used almost 4 years ago, and I still had them. I'll be gluing them on both ends here, and this can be mounted on a wall by using hooks of different types or even command strips. When I was done with this, I took it out and I spray painted it gold. I'll be using cut out pieces of command strips on both blocks to hold the pattern that I had made together with this other piece that's going to help it stay mounted on the wall. I'll be gluing remote control push lights inside. And this is going to be glued just to the piece of wood and not to the leaf design, so that when you want to change the batteries, you have easy access to twist it and change the batteries without it coming off from the wood. It will be nice to have something extra in my design, so I'm going to be using napkin holders and gluing them together only because I don't want the white side of the napkin holder to show. That's why I'm doing this. And I will be folding it like this. So as you can see, there's a big difference between using it like this when it's white and using it when it's fully covered on two sides. I'll be gluing this to the leaf design and the wood that's at the back. Here's what the wall lighting now looks like. With or without lighting, it still looks super pretty. I love the fact that this design has a metallic look, and it's not just a pretty look on the wall, but also a functional piece when the light comes on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have other home decor DIY videos that are linked in the description box below to check them out. And for those of you who have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button.